With great love and respect in my heart, I welcome you to this beautiful Sunday morning from Upasana, where we have gathered with a group of wonderful, beautiful Devis for yoga and meditation. And it's such a gorgeous day here. So, sharing this fullness with you, what should we talk about today? Well, the focus this weekend here at Upasana has been removing the obstacles. And I suppose we could all use that focus. We all have obstacles, small and big. What does it take to remove the obstacles? Shakti, energy. And you see the image of Ganeshji. It reminds me of the moment I was visiting Phillips Exeter Academy and I was speaking to a group of kids from Indian families. And one of the kids, they had all gathered around me and they had called me to talk to these kids. So one kid comes to me and he said, "Why do we have to worship an elephant?" Because in every Indian home, there is an image of Ganeshji. God is one. Why do we have 33 million and we have to worship the elephant? And I said, "Well, what did your parent tell you? Why do we worship Ganesh?" He said, "To remove the obstacles." I said, think of a time before big equipments were manufactured, like bulldozers and cats. And what was used to remove big things? Logs, and elephant was the strongest animal. Now, to remove the obstacle or removing anything requires Shakti. And that Shakti is everywhere. We have within us also that Shakti. And if we call upon that Shakti to remove any obstacles, our mind needs an image. Mind like some form that it can wrap itself around and be focused. So we bring this image of Ganesh, the elephant. So mind knows, now I have called upon that to remove this. And then that energy is directed in that direction. Going back to Shakti, which is just one presence, how we direct it, where we direct it, acquires the desired result. Just by thinking about it, we don't direct it. There has to be a connection of heart and the mind to direct it, Shakti. Baba used to say, direct the flow of energy. That energy is constantly bubbling within us. It's constantly bubbling within us. It's up to us how we use it. The nature of energy is to flow. It's not stagnant. It's not still. It will flow. If not mindful, it flows downwards. If we learn how to direct that energy and channel it to flow upwards, that is the yogic work. That is what is called rising of the Kundalini. When the energy begins to move upwards. If not mindful, when we are under the influence of Kam, Krodh, Mad, Lobh, anger, fear, greed, jealousy, resentment, fear, that energy is flowing downwards. How to make it flow upwards? The first step is stop the breath, because mind is going in all different directions, whatever is happening. You know you're flowing in that direction. A part of you wants to stop it. How do I stop it? The first step is just stopping the breath. When you stop the breath, mind comes home to check if everything is okay. You have to do something very concrete. You can't think about it and process it and fix it. There is no fixing just by thinking. Something very concrete. Stop the breath for a moment. After you have stopped the breath, before you begin to stress out, very slowly, take a nice deep breath. And imagine the breath rising from the belly to the heart. It's not a Tylenol, it won't work right away. But it's a practice that we can develop. And with awareness, the more we practice it, rising the breath from the navel to the heart and expanding, you begin to channel the flow of energy just with this simple little practice that I share with you. Throughout the day, no matter where you are, no matter what direction you are flowing in, just stop the breath, welcome that nice deep breath. Take 2 or 3, see what happens. The Shakti is within us. The choice is also ours, that in which direction we allow it to flow. We are in those negative emotions. If not mindful, we'll keep justifying that emotion. We keep justifying being there. And our mind is focused on somebody else who is the cause of it. And our mind just keeps going this way. And the idea is to make it go that way. Nobody can fix that except you. The most precious thing in our life that we have is this prana shakti, this life force. How we use it, where we use it, this is our choice. Life is short. We don't know when this flame of life could be just snuffed by a little gush of wind. So this is our responsibility to ourselves. How do we choose to spend our energy? Things are many. There are all kinds of problems in the world. If I can't do anything about it, why do I have to worry so much about it? If I can do something, I do. Whatever I can do, I do. But then come back. Do not let it be the cause of constant stress and worry and fear. By having that kind of emotion is not going to solve the problem. We have come alone and one day we will leave. The world will go on. Problems will stay. We are not here to solve all the problems. In this limited time, in this limited life, there are many things to do, but the most important thing to do is maintaining our peace. No matter what is happening out there, as the teaching you remember, one of the most favorite teaching of the ashram is nothing is worth losing your peace. Nothing. So when I see myself getting all worked up about anything, worried about anything, energy is draining. And it's the same energy that we can use towards something creative, constructive. So this little practice that I share with you is to come back to yourself, not flow in all different directions, and direct this energy upwards. When your heart is open, when your mind is at peace, whatever you need to do comes to you. Going back to removing the obstacles, that's the way we remove the obstacles, by acknowledging what is important in my life and conserving our energy from all kinds of distractions. First, we conserve the energy, build up that energy, and know what is important. Let that energy flow in that direction. Conserving the energy. This is actually the essence of Aghor practice. Freeing yourself from anger, freeing yourself from fear, freeing yourself from greed, lust, jealousy, resentment. I can't say I'm totally free of it. It will come. It comes. But not taking it in and making it your own. Recognizing that this visitor has come to me. Now, how much time I want to spend with? These are all guests. They come. And any guest after 3 days begins to. So let him come, but after 3 days, say, okay, it's time. I got some other important engagement. Don't pay attention to them. Let them set them free. So 3 days, and actually the number 3 is very important in all spiritual traditions. 3 is a very important number. So whatever is on your mind, whatever you are going in, keep a little record of it, but after 3rd day, you got to stop it. Directing the flow of your energy. May that energy flow towards your heart. May that energy ascend upward, not downward. Our energy is limited. And the choice is ours. Where do we spend it? If you ask me, what do I worship? I will tell you, I worship Shakti. Because in this world, there is nothing but Shakti. That energy, that Shakti, is in the finest form, just in the form of vibration. It's just vibrations between the two polarities. And everything in this creation is nothing but vibration. This table is just condensed form of vibration. This glass is just more solid form of vibration. This voice that's coming to you is in the form of vibration. So everything that we do, everything that we engage in, can we stay in remembrance, or at least remember once in a while that this is that Shakti flowing through me in the world? Even speaking to somebody next to you, if you can remember the sacredness of it, it becomes a sacred moment in your life. You are not speaking. Shakti is flowing through you. If I'm not aware of it, then I am speaking. I'm telling you this. If the I-ness can get out of there, imagine what is flowing. I just become an instrument for that creative force. Remaining in the remembrance of the sacredness of our Shakti saves us from all kinds of entanglements. Choosing which direction I want to engage my Shakti in is a spiritual practice in itself. Choosing where not to flow, that is a spiritual practice in itself. Mind may sometimes say some things are very important. Looking at it, how important? Mind will come with the ego. I got to set things straight. I want them to understand me. I want them to change, whatever. You have to worry about yourself first, not losing your peace. If somebody doesn't understand, let it be so. I have saved my energy. In order to be spiritual, you have to be very selfish with a big S, not the small one. Once you are concerned with the big S, self, the divine that resides within you in the form of that peace, in the form of virtues. If you're concerned about that one, then little things will not matter. To maintain our connection with that self, then we have to practice all these virtues, forgive someone, accept someone for who they are, not get worked up about small mistakes of others. Somebody didn't smile at you, let it be so. Don't let it be a cause of irritation. Somewhere you may not get acknowledged. Doesn't matter. At least that energy has come through you and created something, done something for them. Leave it alone. So by living this way, we conserve our energy or Shakti, and then that Shakti can be focused in a very precise way towards whatever we want to do. In Aghor practices, in olden days, people used to do different kind of practices just to do away with the duality. When we are in the mode of judgment, there is lots of energy flowing in that direction. In Aghor, it's all about acceptance of what is. Everything is. First, we come to accept it, that there is a reason for it to be there. Then our mind and our ego and our things comes in that, oh, it should be this way. It should be different. First come to acceptance, so there is no charge. And after accepting, if you have to do something that you want to, then go and do it. But first come to acceptance, not live in constant judgment. Somebody is in your life, they have a challenge or whatever they are going in. If you are not in acceptance of their place where they are, your energy is constantly flowing, constantly flowing. First come to acceptance, so your energy is not draining. And then you can do whatever you think is appropriate, that could work, then do it. Otherwise, leave it alone. So in order to remove the obstacles, first come to an acceptance that it is there for a reason. It has been there for a reason, whatever it is. You may not figure it out, but if it's time for it to be gone, then you have to shift your focus towards something higher. And if you don't know in what direction to focus it in, focus it towards peace in your heart. If it's not worth, if it's really giving you that disturbance, you will find a way to distance yourself from it. You don't have to push it out. You have to just distance. You have to just shift your attention towards something higher. So purpose of this satsang is how to remove the obstacles. The only way to remove the obstacle is shift your attention, direct the flow of your energy somewhere else, and move, keep moving. I could go on speaking, but I would love to hear if something is on your mind, if something has come up.